Hi there guys, my name is Samuel and today we shall be taking a look at set 7166 Avengers Tower Battle, which contains 685 pieces, 7 minifigures, cost £80, $90 and €90 at full retail value, which has just been released on August 1st. And then as you can see guys, it is a very tall set, and apologies, you can see all the wires and stuff. I like to kind of move my TV over a bit, and yeah, I really do not have much space guys. It is such a tall set, and that's why I'm doing it in this angle, so I hope you don't mind. Without further ado guys, let's jump to the minifigure category of this review. First off, with the minifigures, we have the Iron Man from the game, and then we have the Black Widow with the printed arms, which is really awesome. So as you can see, this is the same Iron Man, which is in quite a few sets, but he's got an extra part, which I will show you in a minute. So here, first off, you can see their front detailings, and there is his mask, helmet, sorry, which I think these look really good. It is definitely a shame there. These are those kind of figures that you want to only be in a couple of sets, because it make them even better. They're great figures, but because they're so common, it kind of just loses all of the excitement, if you understand what I mean by that. And then, yeah, here you can see Black Widow. She has her weapons there. And looking at the arm printing, guys, it is still really good. It's good that we're actually getting arm printing, and it's a shame we don't get it for Iron Man, because I feel like he's another character who we could really do with arm printing for. And then for him, he also gets his hairpiece, which is really cool to see them actually giving one. And I've actually never seen it with his hairpiece before, like until I was like building this, which I think that was bag 6. Yes, it was, sorry, bag 6. And yeah, here you can see that. So there's their back face detailing and body printing. That's what he looks like with the HUD up. And yeah, overall, I think these are great minifigures, and I've just realised that's actually my first time reviewing him on the channel. So yeah, there we have those minifigures. I think they definitely look really good. They're definitely great minifigures. And then what we have for Iron Man, if we quickly put his helmet back on and focus in, what we can do if we take it off, we have this extended booster, which, yeah, that's the booster, I think, basically. Well, it's kind of, this set is kind of based off the MCU. Like, looking at a few things, there are definitely lots of references, and that's the thing of well, that meme that was talking about, like, parental mode Iron Man, because that's when he went to try and save Peter from the rocket. But yeah, it looks really awesome, and let's jump into the other minifigures. And next up, we have the Blazer and Taser armors. These are the suits that are technically the 23 and the 30, and the only real difference is what I've heard is the actual the chest emblem, the arc reactor, sorry, like that. So yeah, it's kind of interesting how they've done it, and overall these are amazing minifigures. Like, I am a collector for Marvel, as I said before, but one of my favourites is the Iron Man minifigures. Like, they are so good, and here it's great to get 2 in another set, which they've been doing for like the last couple of years, giving us a couple new ones, which is really cool to see. And here you can see the toe detailing, which is really good that they've actually given us toe detailing on both of them, which is really cool. Then here you can see Taser, which I will show you in a minute in another clip. Then with their weapons on, their helmets, sorry, I don't know why I keep calling them masks, they're technically helmets. And they use this newer helmet, which, no, I don't know, I'm just not a fan of it. To me, it looks really stretched. It kind of looks like they've got the helmet and they've stretched it out, which works for the first helmet and potentially the first couple, because it's meant to be him making the suit and perfecting it, but to me that is not perfecting the suit. And then here you can see the back printing. Looking at the back printing here, you can see they look really awesome again with the dark blue and then the grey and maroon red, which is a really good colour. And then he's got the shoulder pads from Ninjago, and yeah, I think these are great. So the good thing is that you can swap them out, and if you didn't want these heads, you can, well, you get so many of this suit, you can hopefully swap them out. So let's quickly add their accessories. You can see them with their little accessories. I think these look great. I'm particularly not a fan because it's hard to stand these up, but there is sort of a spot you can, and you can sort of use the anti-studs. If I cannot find one, actually, sorry, there's one right here. If you use those, they're kind of handy, but it'd be cool if they did give you stands, because then, well, I guess you actually could sort of rotate these around. Actually, that would work, I guess, sort of well. But yeah, I think these look really awesome. He's definitely, I think he's got the best accessories, but then the detailing, he's the best detailing, but then my favourite colour scheme is, well, my favourite colour is blue, so that's kind of why I think, I don't know, they're just both amazing minifigures, and the toe detailing, everything is great. So overall, these are absolutely amazing minifigures. And so here you can see the AIM agents, which they look completely different in this set, which I really like. I like the fact he has got the neck bracket on backwards, which it just adds something different. And here is the gun, which again, I think that is actually amazing, just looking at that. When I built that, I was like, wow, that is such a cool build. It's so unique. I kind of, well, just would have never thought of it, especially that I'm not even a mock builder. But there you can see that. So yeah, his neck's a bit higher because he has the bracket as well. So yeah, as I've said before, I think I've covered these in a review. Have I? Yes, in the Marvel figure pack. I think these are great. Definitely great minifigures, and if we kind of move that to the back, you can see the face print, which I think that's a very good face print. It is definitely unique. We can say that about it. And yeah, overall, I think these are great. If we quickly try and take a look at his body printing, which I cannot remove this gum. There we go. Here you can see his body printing, which I think that looks really good. So overall, the AIM Agent is a great figure. The minifigures were not already great enough. We have the Hydra Leader, aka Red Skull, which this is one of my favourite figures, I think, for Marvel this year. It's great. I've always liked Red Skull's character. I've always thought him to be quite interesting. That the fact he doesn't have some magical power, and it's not like futuristic technology. He's kind of more old-fashioned, which I kind of like about the character. It kind of splits it up, if you see it as that way. And then, yeah, I think that looks really great looking at the detailing. It's got the emblem there. And, yeah, it's kind of it, really. He's a simple to look at figure, but he has lots of great detailing. And there you can see that. And he also has this really weird, like, rocket launcher thing, which is pretty cool. Then you kind of just, like, fire it out like that. But yeah, there's Red Skull. There you can see his face, which I think is great. It's definitely a shame that we didn't get a set of Vormir with, I guess, like, well, it would have been cool if we got him. Then we could have got, like, Nat and Clint. That would have been a really good thing, because we didn't actually get their suits from that movie, from Endgame, properly. So yeah, overall, amazing minifigures for this set. And here we have the bottom of the tower. First, here you can see the little motorcycle flying hovercraft in the middle here, which I'll show you in a minute. So there you can see these Technic pieces, which I will, again, show you that feature in a minute. Then going around, you can see it has the dark masonry bricks. Then we have the darker coloured windows, the dark blue. Then we have then it's kind of like you got the dark side and the lighter side, which is, it just adds a really cool pattern. Then you can see the lighter colours, which, yeah, I think this looks good with the translucent blue. And then here you can see the arc reactor, which there is a feature. If you push that in, it pops off, which I'll show you again from the other angle in a minute. And yeah, I think this looks really good from this side. So then what you do, you pull this down, which is on those rotating Technic pieces, and you can pull this out, which basically this is a bike, which, as you can see, it has this massive sticker, which I don't think is bad. I think it's actually a pretty good sticker, and the build's actually really good. And if you're wondering, it kind of fits on this base, which is pretty weird to say. It kind of all goes on here, and then it's that newer one. And what you do, you kind of just plop it on there, and yeah, I think that looks really, it definitely does look cool. And when I saw it, I know that kind of people were like, what was that? And that was me as well. But it wasn't a, what was that? That's terrible. I was like, what is that? It looks cool. It's just so different and so weird. It's actually good. Then you can kind of like press that down here, and then it keeps her in place, Black Widow in place, which I think that looks great. You've got some rotating pieces, then looking at it from the bottom. Overall, I think this is just a great little side build, and yeah. Then quickly taking a look at the actual tower interior. Here you can see this room, which I think is definitely really cool. You can see these stickers here, which originally I thought you had to like press it in place, but no, you literally just slide it in, which is pretty cool. I think I may keep it in there. To be honest, I'm not even sure. I haven't really thought about that yet. I've only really just finished building it. There you got that. And then that, and then yeah, this one's pretty cool. You can see what like Technic piece I was on about, or kind of done hybrid one. But then what you do with this piece, you put it in, and it kind of goes facing. So that one is facing to the right side, yeah, the right. And then there you can see that, which I think is really cool. And what you do, as you saw earlier, you press that in, and it pops out. And that is one issue if I had with this, guys. It kind of doesn't work properly, I guess. It sometimes pops off the wrong part. So here you can see again, it actually come off with the bottom, which, hey, it doesn't really matter if the bottom comes off, but it's just something to say that you will kind of get a different result each time. Then focus in on this. Sorry, the manual just fell on the floor. There you can see that sticker of the overall tower, which is really cool. That sort of reminds me of the freebie version, which is kind of weird to say more than this, but yeah, the promotional one that I've done a review on also. Then there you can see that, which I think is great for the electricity. And overall, yeah, I think this is definitely a really cool build. And slotting that back in there, where can we put that in? I just had it in there. Oh, God. There you go. Sorry, got it in. Sometimes it's quite, yeah, sometimes it can be quite fiddly, sorry, to get it in there. And yeah, overall, I think that is a really good build. And yeah, that is the arc reactor. Here you can see the middle section, which I think looks really great with the windows. Then moving around here, you got this piece, which I thought was really weird. Maybe I thought they could stick inside, but no, they go out, which I kind of guess it's meant to like light up the building in, well, universe kind of context of it, which I think is really cool. Then looking at the second level, sorry, wow, tongue twisted here, an alliteration. There you can see that, which I think is great. And yeah, I think it just looks really good. Then you can see the Infinity Gauntlet, which is really cool to see. And then yeah, so what you can do is you basically open this up again. Here you can see this room, which I believe we are meant to put the suits. You can see a spot for the Iron Man Marks 23 and 30, the Taser and Razor suits, which technically they're just marked 23 and 30 with some changes, some differences. Then here you can see this other room, which is the weaponry room, which you can put Black Widow's weapons in. So yeah, I think it's really good that they kind of let you have that ability. So if you don't want to put them on there, because one thing I've like kind of always thought is, you know, if you lose them, which I'm quite good at losing things. So yeah, it's really cool. You got like a spare Hawkeye arrow, then you got some like binoculars and some other things which look really cool, and that's that. And then if you look inside his room, you can see the Infinity Gauntlet, which is so weird to see an Infinity. In fact, this is the first Infinity Gauntlet set. Actually, not without Thanos, but this is the first Infinity Gauntlet set without a big fig. That's kind of interesting to think. So there you can see that room. I think overall that is great that they've got it on there. Then here you can see this, which is, they have these, not really sure what they are, but it's really cool. Then if you want to see what the suits look behind, you can see them there, which I think that looks really cool. Then quickly adding this back in there. Yeah, I think that looks really cool. And then if you guys want to quickly see this, let's switch them around. So now as we're switching them around, he's got to be on the left. Which there you can see there is a feature, guys, which I will show you that in a minute. There we go, put them in there, and that's what they look like. So I think that's where I'm going to be keeping them, to be honest. And as you can see, there's those parts again, so you can kind of lift that panel up so they can fly out, which I think is a really awesome idea. And overall, guys, that is an amazing floor. Definitely really good. And then here you can see the third level, which looks pretty awesome from here, and with this totally not suspicious light. And then here you can see moving around again. I like the detail they've done here. It's kind of different the way they've sort of got it going, which is pretty awesome. Then apologies if that's not pressed down. It should, yeah, it seems to be. And moving around here, you can see that, which again, I think it looks really cool, definitely unique. And then again, apologies if it's not clicked in. It should be. I do double check that. But then anyways, guys, as you can see, you literally press this one way. Yep, you press it in, and the idea is it kind of fires the windows out, which I think is really cool. Now they're going to have a draft, but hey, that's kind of what it is. Then here you can see the jail cell, which I think is a really cool build, and the idea is you can kind of add any figure. Really, you could add any amount of, I guess you can add, well, 3. You don't have to put them on the jumper pad, which as you can see here is that. Which, yeah, I think he looks great in there. If we quickly cover it back up, which is funny that they don't use like jumper tiles for that element, and there you can see I've put it back. And yeah, there's the jail, which is really cool. So the idea is that he can escape from the back. Potentially, if you're like playing with it, you can use that as like the rocket launch to like fire the window out, which I think is really cool. Then you got the pad, which I've always liked the printed tile. It's just so cool. And then you got the translucent orange, which again, it's a really interesting color. Primarily that word from Nexonites, which I think is really cool. Then you got these like fiery lasers, which is really cool. And then here you can see this, which is a Guardian of the Galaxy reference with the Space Stone, I believe, where you can see them pulling it apart, and that would be the shell that it was in, which I think that looks so good. Like building it, I was like, wow, it's a very pleasant and surprising build. And yeah, I think it's really cool. Then you can see this sticker at the back, which, yeah, I think that looks really good. And then again, we've got one of these, which is really peculiar wire. And then, yeah, we've got another one of them. But then that's what it looks like from there. So you can see him angrily staring out. And yeah, I think this works really well. And that is definitely a really cool feature. Let's see if we can get it to work better. We did. And then, of course, he can escape in that. So that is a really good feature. Then taking a look at the third level, technically, sorry, fourth level, actually. Here you can see the balcony, which I think looks really awesome. Then moving over, you can see the A, which this looks amazing. And I saw a really awesome video by Ashton Flash where they actually like change it into a four Fantastic Four, which is really cool. You potentially wanted the back to, and you could get a second or use your copy that you have for here. So yeah, I think that looks really awesome, the A. And then moving around, you can see that, which again, I think that's great. Then here we got this feature, which I didn't know. I thought this was like a really weird way that they built the balcony, but then I literally, when I was reading through like the play features part of the back, you kind of pull it out and it just falls, which is really cool. But particularly, I don't mind these, but for me, there's like no point because this is just going to be displayed in my city and that'll be that. But yeah, I think that does look really awesome. Then there you can see these doors, which I think that's pretty awesome. In there, you got the balcony. I do like this. Thought that was a bit weird, but it kind of had some nice detailing. Then here you can see the J. Jonah Jameson. sorry, I really butcher that name every time. Knockoff guy here. Poor pal, but yeah, he's kind of a knockoff version of him without the moustache remade. This is the younger version, or he just shaved the moustache off. And then so he's saying, what is AIM? So there you can see there's no space, but there are the doors. And then you've got this gaming area. You've got this computer, controller for the Xbox, I believe that is. Well, not branded by them, but it sort of is the Xbox. Then Hawkeye is on hold. He's mostly fighting some AIM characters with Captain America. Then what you can do, you can pull this off, which that is not what I mean, guys. Putting it all back on, that's kind of what it's just meant to be. And then overall, guys, this doesn't have too much else, but I think it's still really cool what you have. These are put at an angle, which is really cool. So yeah, and there's also another one of these. And you can see more scratches in the glass, which is so disappointing that Lego are getting them scratching. But hey, to be honest, it's disappointing, yes, but it can't be helped. It's not just my set, it's every set. So that's something that we just got to hope it gets better. Now, looking at the top here, you can see it, which I think that looks really cool. And this is the place, I believe, in, well, Avengers, I know when he kind of walks onto the platform and then it starts taking his suit off him, which I think is really cool that they've added that. I've always liked that feature. I remember wanting to, like, build a custom one, or this, like, I think someone, like, made a tutorial selling instructions or something like that years ago, I believe. And there you can see that, which I think is great. Sorry for the noise. But yeah, I think that is great. Earlier, I kind of missed to actually put that panel in, like, when I was building it, not in any of the footage, thankfully. But yeah, I think that's really cool, though. They could have added something in there, but I like the fact, actually, it would have been cool if they added, like, a little bar build like they did in the other one, because that's kind of what it was in the area. And yeah, I think that's a really good build, though. Then here you can see, guys, going all the way up. That is the top of the tower with those pieces also from Malibu Mansion. And overall, I think this is really great, guys. So yeah, there's that element, and I think that is it for the tower. And here you can see, guys, the minifigures together. And yep, as a side note, I know that you mostly did see it. There is a sticker up there, which I did say, I believe that is a sticker. Yep. If you want to look at the sticker sheet, there it is. But overall, guys, I think this is an absolutely amazing set. I was worried that this wasn't going to be as tall because we really wanted a tall version, I would say. But overall, I think it's come out really well. And a weird thing is that the manual's actually vertical, not horizontal, which is really interesting to see. Because kind of they generally rotate it, but it doesn't because I guess it's a tall tower. But yeah, there we have it, guys. Overall, I think this is an amazing set. And actually, one last thing, the idea is, sorry, I forgot to say, you can grab this hook and you sort of can lever him up the tower, which is very questionable why you would do that. Or I guess, actually, yeah, you could do this. You could clip this on, which I guess, actually, that looks really neat. That actually looks, I think I actually might keep it like that. But yeah, that is what it is, guys. I hope you enjoyed this review. Remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you wish to. And until the next video, guys, bye for now.